Kirk Cousins 16, Ryan Tannehill 15, Matt Ryan 14. Who do you see at unlucky 13?
Well, yeah, you know what? And I didn't mean to do that, but the guy is kind of, I don't know if you want to say unlucky. The circumstances around him are not looking good right now, that's for sure, and that's Deshaun Watson, right? I don't know what to make of Deshaun Watson. I'm not, again, I know what Deshaun Watson is when playing and hitting on all cylinders.
It's been a year and a half.
Right. It's superstar. I know he's a superstar. I know that, but still, like I discuss with people all the time, I think people think, well, he's Deshaun Watson. He's just going to come back, and week 1, he'll be one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football.
He might not be there in week 14.
Well, that's the first thing, no doubt about it. And, that's where I sometimes going to go, like, what do people don't hear what comes out of their mouth sometimes. We see great quarterbacks miss 2 or 3 games and come back and not be good for 2 or 3 weeks. He didn't get to practice for a year. He didn't play for a year. So I can't, and then, of course, we know there's some guys in front of him that are really damn good and all of that, to where I don't know what to make of him right now.
Yeah.
Again, I know what he can be when we get back and we're grooming and all that, but when is that going to be? And in my heart of hearts, I don't think that's going to be this year. I don't. I don't think that he's going to play football this year when it's really all said and done here.
I don't think we're going to see him play this year.
And it's not helping that there's 2 more lawsuits.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
I know.
The salon, he was paying $5,000 for the person to set up massages for him. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
To where I just have a hard time. The NFL with the Washington stuff that's going on with the Commanders, and workplace culture and all that.
It doesn't feel like
I have a hard time that they're going to let him just slide with some easy suspension for sure.
Doesn't feel like it's going to a place where he's going to be playing a lot, if at all. And it feels like fruition is a ways away.
It does seem that way.
For the purposes of the quarterback rankings, let's say he is at some point playing this year, so we can kind of advance the conversation.
This might be a year where, like, week 8, if he is playing, or 10, I might need to make an amendment to the list a little bit.
But kind of in general, you always base your rankings off of how you think a quarterback will do this year.
Exactly.
Not what they did last year or 5 years ago.
Right.
So does him being 13, is that your way of saying that you think he's going to be rusty no matter when
what
he comes back?
No matter what. Yes, I do. I just think it's
because you had him at
4.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, yes, I do. I think he's going to be rusty. There's some other guys that, like we talked about, have jumped in the conversation who are, up and worthy of Deshaun Watson level at number 4 type of quarterbacks that hurt his case here a little bit. But yes, I think that's a lot to overcome. Plus, you're going to be learning a new system. I get that. But yeah, as I was saying, Peyton Manning missed 4 weeks. Aaron Rodgers missed 4 weeks. When they came back, it took them 3 or 4 weeks to look good. You miss a year and a half of football, and again, not like you got all the training camp and all these reps and everything, and then, I got hurt for a few weeks and now I'm back. We haven't gotten any of that. There was no practice last year. None. 0 practice. Yes, I know he threw some footballs on the field by himself and all that. So, yeah, I don't expect him to come back and doing all that.
And he's with a new team,
he's with a new system. Exactly right. So that's not easy. Now, Deshaun Watson, when you want to go back to what I thought last year, and we can hit on that. The guy's got no negatives about his game. He's a superstar.
It's fun to watch.
He's no negatives.
Yeah.
His only negative is, as I've said, and people who have listened to me maybe the last 2 years of the rankings, is he just sometimes every play can be the last play of the game, and you want to just go down, don't take that hit, throw the ball away, whatever, because you're awesome. But in the pocket, decision-making, throwing the football, all of that is through the roof good.
Right.
And then the ability to make plays off schedule and all that, it's through the roof good. I know that. But that's, like you said, a year and a half ago, and it's been a long time since he's played football. And as I've always said, people don't respect practicing quarterback and emulating it to game-level stuff is impossible. It's impossible.
You also got to point out, as long as we're talking about what he showed last time we saw him play, yards per attempt, yards per completion, to me, say a lot about how risky you are, how courageous you are, and he was number 1 in the league in those 2 categories, which I back up to say he's a fun watch. You don't have to like or love the team he's playing on, But based off the way he plays, just a guy is hard to take your eyes off of when he's playing.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Despite what you think about him personally or his personal
100%.
life, what he does on the field and when he's all system go, like you're talking about, he's special. Great. I mean, he did that in a year that you're talking about with no DeAndre Hopkins, no running game, okay offensive line play, and like really had a phenomenal year. It didn't end up on wins and losses. They were 4-12 that year.
Yeah.
But they were like this close to winning like 4 other games that they had no business being in, but they were in it because number 4. Right. But number 4's got some issues. And like I said, it's a weird one here. I know ultimately he's more talented and better than this, but a year off from football, and I don't know, maybe my thought of the fact that I don't think he's going to play football this year infiltrated me to where he made him 13 as well.
A lot to consider here. One more thing in the Browns, if it is Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
What do you see for the Browns led by Brissett this season? If it is that way,
they're one of those teams where I think they're so good that I don't think it's going to be like, oh no, they're done. They're done.
So like 500 type?
I mean, who knows? The running game gets hot, and Jacoby can get in a groove a little bit, and make a few plays here and there, and take care of the football. I do. I mean, they have the type of talent to where I go, they don't have to win just through the quarterback. They should be able to win through the run game and screens, and Myles Garrett should get a strip fucking sack for a touchdown every now and then, and Denzel Ward or Newsome should get a pick 6 every now and then, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah should knock somebody's head off and cause a fumble every now and then. They have guys and talent on their team to where you go, they should be able to make shit happen no matter what to a degree.
Yeah.
But it's a tough situation, and you say what you want. This thing is a distraction. And that's going to play into the fact of this, too. You don't think Cleveland players, I just heard Greg Newsome and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah talk about just the Baker Mayfield OBJ thing was a little bit of a distraction in the locker room last year. You don't think they're sitting there talking about Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield and that shit right now in that locker room? Come on. Fuck me. Yes, they are. So that's where this is a really, really awkward, different situation. I can't remember one like it really, but this type of high-level player.
And like you said, because there's so many other considerations, if he does come back, if he is playing, maybe we can revisit this and re-rank. But, right now,
either way,
seems understandable and fair.
Even if the suspension is less than, I don't think it's going to be less than 8 games. So, I mean, it's
you and I both think it's going to be quite a bit more.
I just think with the current environment in our country, what's going on around the league, the Trevor Bauer stuff, there continues to be more Watson stuff that comes out. I have a hard time thinking that the NFL won't make a point here with Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.